Coming up on this second August episode of Outlook TV. Clean and sober party with Alaska.
And a two-spirited ceremony in Saskatchewan.
Get your game face on at Out on Screen. And much, much more. Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Skylar Baer, happily hosting with Rebecca for the first time in our series.
Oh. Outlook TV is the news magazine show that brings you all the queer stories from coast to coast.
And first we take you to New West Pride, where they just had their Pride recently.
The concept of the play is basically about Disney characters and some Muppet characters versus animals who are dealing with a disparity between the two communities, humans versus animals, with racism. And it's basically about finding true love and finding yourself between these two communities. The characters are gender neutral. A lot of GLBT characters are being presented in a fashion that it's not an issue. My partner in crime is a male named Cinder. His name's Cinderfella, and we are the two. Prince Charming and Cinder are planning a ball for the animal kingdom and in the human kingdom.
I would say the biggest highlight of Pride this year was seeing the unprecedented level of support coming from the community, the city, the number of volunteers we had signing up to help us out. It was just overwhelming how much support we are getting from all sides. So many people looked at our events listing and thought they were one-off events that were happening because it's Pride Week, but most of them weren't. Most of them happen weekly or monthly or twice a month, and it was just great to allow the LGBT community of New West find out what's available to them here.
You know, honestly, it is a huge honor for me. Just being able to be a part of the celebration is already something for my own life and my own beliefs in life, my philosophies. I want to live a life that's very that honors everybody. It doesn't matter who we love, what we look like, anything, what our beliefs are. So it really is in line with how I want to live my life. To AIDS Vancouver for World AIDS Day, we donated a single. So, you know, and it's the single is called Intellectual, and the words are intellectual, homosexual, glamorous, metrosexual. You know, it's it talks about people we know, people we love.
This is Karen at New West Pride for Outlook TV.
And up next, we're going to take you to the gay agenda with Fred Camperman.
He's going to give you the alphabet soup of the LGBTQ+.
With pride parades and festivals happening all over the country and all over the world, the rainbow flag can be found everywhere you look. It has become the symbol of pride for the LGBTQI community. As a symbol, it works better than the collection of letters that represent the lesbians, gays, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, and intersex. Because even though there are more letters added each year to represent another group or subgroup who have been marginalized, there's always somebody who has been completely ignored, like the native two-spirited. Also, we don't have any particular letters for the subgroups of transgendered people who are going from M to F, male to female, or F to M, female to male. Soon, our acronym will be so long that it will sound like we're singing the alphabet song from Sesame Street. Recently, I went to Nova Scotia and heard that my old high school English teacher has now become a lesbian and has a partner. And then I realized that I know many women and men who were once married with children, but somewhere along the way, they changed their sexual orientation. I don't think they are completely lesbian, or completely bisexual, or completely straight, or even questioning. Just because you gave somebody a blowjob in college doesn't mean that you're gay today. I mean, when I went to Dalhousie University, I knew many lugs, lesbian until graduation. Sexual orientation is very fluid, and labels tend to stick for a long time, even though your situation may have changed over time, like in the case of my English teacher. Why do we need letters and labels to be identified and classified? Instead, why don't we use a logo like McDonald's Golden Arches or the Nike swoosh? Having a rainbow logo would help eliminate the strict classifications of letters and labels and timelines. So either we can keep adding more and more letters, or we can completely replace them with rainbow flags as our Pride logo. The original gay Pride flag flew in the San Francisco Gay Freedom Day Parade on June 25th, 1978. It was created by an artist, Gilbert Baker, who was inspired by Judy Garland's singing Over the Rainbow. It is the perfect logo of fluidity. There are some who are 100% gay, and there are some who are 100% straight, but there are a whole lot of people who fall in between these two spectrums. They might be one way one day and another later on in life. So let's move from the clumsy acronym to the more inclusive logo of the rainbow, which represents the whole spectrum of people and their situations. For The Gay Agenda, I'm Fred Camperman.
We're going to have to take just a little break now.
Don't leave us. We'll still be here in a few minutes.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
Next, we're going to take you to the Pride picnic in the park.
Skylar, was that picnic after you did the Pride run?
It so was. Boy, was I exhausted.
Your Pride picnic in the park. And that's where we are today. Let's go and explore it. You're a bit of a professional. What's going on behind me? How am I doing? Do you reckon I'm doing okay?
Doing excellent. You've almost scored. You're carrying this team.
I'm trying. We're trying, guys.
The Pride Run with front runners. It's our third year doing the Pride Run, and then it joins up into our Picnic in the Park event on the same day. That's more of a family-friendly event. The event was to bring the families together. It's our second official event for Pride. It's to welcome everybody, regardless of your age, to have a lot of fun. An outdoor-friendly event in Stanley Park at Brockton Oval Point.
So what's your plan for today?
It's relax, have some beer, enjoy the sun, maybe watch the games, have some fun at the picnic. That's it.
Hey buddy, what's your name?
My name is Ryan.
Ryan. And so what are you doing here?
We're taking care of some dogs here at Pride.
Oh really? Yeah, there's enough fencing here. I mean, there's a few more people out there I might put in this fencing.
Yeah, that's right. They probably having a good time themselves, actually.
So why do you volunteer?
I volunteer because it's a really, really great community to be a part of. I feel like I actually owe something back to the community that's actually done so much for the rest of us here at, I guess, the queer community in general, LGBTQ2A+. So I think it's a really, really great time to see everybody out and to see everybody working towards some common goal of really just loving each other. So it's a good time.
Come on! That's it! Come on! Pulling harder! Yeah. Are you winning?
Yes.
Are you winning? Come on! Let's look at the macho men back here. Come on, girls! Come on, boys! No wonder they call it Pride. And also proud. So I'll see you, hopefully, at the parade. Until then, I'm Chad Matthew for Outlook TV.
Hi, I'm Robin Perel, and I'm the managing editor in Vancouver of dailyextra.com, Canada's gay and lesbian news source. Here are some of the stories that made headlines on Daily Extra in August. Pride season took an unexpectedly political turn in Vancouver, first with the Pride Society's introduction in May of a mandatory pledge to support trans rights, then with the refusal of some political parties to sign the pledge. The pledge called for changes to federal and provincial human rights codes to protect trans people. Though members of the BC Liberal Party's Vancouver West End Riding Association signed the pledge, party executives declined. So the party, lost its spot in the parade. This sparked some heated debate within Vancouver's queer community. Some people welcomed the trans pledge as a way to re-inject some meaning back into Pride. Others objected, saying everyone should get to walk in the parade regardless of their views. None of this seemed to deter the 143 entries that marched in this year's Pride Parade on Sunday, August 2nd. The August 2nd parade wasn't the only march on Pride weekend. The weekend began with a well-attended trans march on Friday, July 31st. And organizers of the Dyke March on Saturday, August 1st, say they saw a higher turnout this year than last year. For comprehensive news coverage of all these Pride stories and more, plus some beautiful slideshows and our fun video of the Pride Parade hosted by amazing racer Ryan Steele, go to dailyextra.com. Speaking of marching in the Pride Parade, Vancouver's new police chief slipped a rainbow feather boa around his neck and joined the parade as well on August 2nd. Daily Extra caught up to him on the parade route.
VPD just loves to be out here celebrating in Pride and celebrating diversity in the city. So,
cool. Any trouble
proud
so far? Any trouble?
Oh, none whatsoever.
This one.
Never any trouble.
Arrest her right now. I'm out of here.
Reporter Jeremy Hainsworth sat down with Chief Constable Adam Palmer a few weeks before the parade to find out just how gay-friendly he might be. Palmer was quick to acknowledge that his predecessor, Chief Jim Chu, will be a hard act to follow in terms of building trust with the gay community. But, he said, he's committed to continuing to earn that trust. Palmer also said he's committed to offering more sensitivity training to all members of the police force, including on trans issues. To read the full story, go to dailyextra.com. Police forces across Canada and North America have not always been trustworthy in their encounters with the queer community. Members of Montreal's community commemorated their Stonewall this August as they remembered the infamous violent police raid on the Sex Garage party 25 years ago. Fierté Montreal Pride marked the anniversary with an open-air exhibit of photographs taken by photojournalist Linda Dawn Hammond. Hammond's photos capture the pivotal moment in Montreal history when an estimated 40 police officers raided a gay loft party in Old Montreal on July 15, 1990, removed their ID tags, and beat people as they fled. The photos also capture the community's peaceful protest and kiss-in outside the police station the next day, which also ended in violence when police donned riot gear and advanced on the crowd. For a full interview with Hammond about what she witnessed during those two pivotal days in 1990, plus a slideshow of her photos and an in-depth feature on the legacy of the Sex Garage raid and the community activism that it inspired, go to dailyextra.com. Meanwhile, in South Korea, anti-gay Christian groups again protested Pride this year and pressured police to ban the parade in June. Police initially caved to their demands, but a court overturned the ban. Daily Extra's correspondent in Seoul, South Korea, covered the protests and the Pride celebrations, and in a new feature, asks why South Korea's Christian churches are leading the anti-gay charge. For more on that story and much more coverage of local, national, and international queer news, go to dailyextra.com. This is Robin Perel from Daily Extra in Vancouver for Outlook TV.
Next, we're going to take you to Saskatoon with our reporter, Patty.
This is an annual Two-Spirited ceremony that travels all across North America. Looking forward to seeing this.
This weekend, we're about to kick off the 28th annual Two-Spirit Gathering. The opening ceremony will actually be taking place right down there, starting tonight. And the opening ceremony will involve lifting the pipe as well as lighting the sacred fire. And basically, over the next few days, from August 13th to the 16th, there will be several activities that involve building relationships and celebrating Two-Spirit identity and culture. So it starts tonight, and it should be a great event.
This event is called Lighting the Pipes, and it's ceremony, and it's supporting each other and growing together as a community of Two-Spirit people from North America. It's International Two-Spirit Gathering. Every year the gathering travels to different communities, different people host it, and this year it was our turn. And I was asked to coordinate it, and this is my homeland, the Métis homeland, and this is a site that is a site of resistance. It's a site of inspiration for many people, and so this is where we made the camp this year. This is the 25th anniversary of the Two-Spirit name that was given to us at the third gathering in Winnipeg. That name is because every nation before colonization had their own name for the people that were Two-Spirit. But because a lot of those have been erased from memory, from practice, we reclaiming our place in the circle, and we gave that name was given by one of the elders there that we all agreed to. So the Two-Spirit means queer and First Nations or Aboriginal, Indigenous. That's the Two-Spirit in that name.
Over the years, we've made a lot of friends and we've learned a lot from each other. And so that's the primary one, is to come back and renew old friendships and make new ones. The second thing for me is to offer what I know and to learn from the others. That's the big one for me. Indigenous culture, relationships are in a constant flux and always running down, much like the seasons. You know, as you go from spring to summer to fall to winter, things grow and you reach a peak and then they run down and they constantly renewing. So that's why there's renewal ceremonies, renewal items, and following the kind of the cycle of life. You know, there's always a renewal aspect of it.
And then in some languages, there's 9 genders. There's not just 2. And so there's so many variations. I can't just say there's only this way to be, or this way to be, or that way to be.
It's inspiring to see people coming together and renewing old friendships and making new ones, as Chuma said. Patty Hales, Outlook TV, Batoche, Treaty 6 territory.
It's time for us to take another little break.
Don't leave us. Like I said, we'll be back. Promise.
Girl, don't try it. You break it, then you buy it. So don't.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
I love the Vancouver Queer Film Festival. So many amazing movies.
Yeah, it's true. And this next story is about Game Face, a documentary.
At this year's 27th annual Vancouver Queer Film Festival, we are going to meet some visiting directors and stars who are going to show us comedy, drama, and documentary.
Guidance is a dark comedy that deals with a self-destructive former child actor who's very immature, and he wants to help people, but he really needs to help himself. Teenagers actually really love this movie, and I think it's because they see an adult in a high school setting relating to them on a way that adults normally don't. So he drinks and smokes drugs with them, and kids just really like that. I think they find it refreshing.
Everybody knows that teenagers are going to drink and smoke drugs. If you do it with them, everybody has fun.
So what we have is the story of Maurice, a French from France who just immigrated to Canada in North Bay and becomes a French tutor to Alan, teenager, 15 years old teenager, who's been bullied at school because he's gay. And Alan is finding in Maurice, his tutor, a new role model. And the problem is Maurice is a little bit on the fence because hasn't dealt with his past, with his sexual abuse past.
Three to Infinity, Beyond Two Genders is the name of the film, and it's really very specifically about people who are not male or female. So-called non-binary genders, genderqueer, agender. But the essence of it is that I think this is still, in the LGBT community, the most underrepresented and misunderstood group of all. There are people who see this film, and what they get is an honest, positive portrayal of people who are really breaking ground, changing 10,000 years of history of we have two genders.
And when you open your mouth as a black person and say, I'm genderqueer, oh my God.
Game Face tells a story about LGBT athletes in the process of coming out. And the documentary mainly focuses on two athletes. It's a parallel story of Fallon Fox. She's the first transgender MMA fighter to come out. And then there's Terrence Clemens. He's a college basketball player in Oklahoma. There's a lot of messages in the film. And whether you're straight, you're gay, you're lesbian, you're transgender, you're black, you're white, you know, we're all human. And that's the most important message in this film.
One of the most positive experiences is having people contact me through Facebook. I've had people from South Africa, from Dubai. I've had young people reaching out to me and sharing their stories. So to have people not just in the United States reaching out, but around the world hearing my story and feeling connected, that's been a positive feeling for me. My message to the young LGBT youth would be to get you a strong base, family, friends, whoever you consider close to you that you can trust, and get ready to come out. I would say, you know, jump that hurdle, because once you've passed it, it only gets better.
It's like a feeling in your stomach. Just tell someone, just tell everybody, get it over with.
I'm a fighter. You fight until the fight's done. You fight until it's the end. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to fight until the end.
From the Vancouver Queer Film Festival, this is Gary Wolfader for Outlook TV.
Up next, the Vancouver Pride Clean and Sober Party.
And my favorite, Alaska from RuPaul's Drag Race, is going to be there. Hi! Check it out.
Well, hello, gorgeous ones, and happy 2015 Pride to you. We are at the epicenter of it all in the Shoppers Drug Mart parking lot, intoxicated, clean, sober, and proud. We're going to be chatting to some of the event organizers, and rumor has it, even Miss Alaska from RuPaul's Drag Race. Let's check it out.
Tonight is our third annual Intoxicated Party. The very first one was very small. This is the first time ever we're doing it outside in Shoppers Drug Mart in the Gay Village. And tonight is all about just celebrating Pride and your ability to enjoy it clean and sober. Vancouver's known as a city with a lot of addiction issues. We've got the downtown east side. You see the face of addiction a lot in the news, which is the sadness and the people that are suffering on the streets. The reality is most addicts have jobs, have kids, have cars, have money, and they live pretty good lives, but a lot of them also live clean. And this is just an opportunity for us to say, hey man, we're fun people. Life doesn't get boring when you're clean.
I chose to come here tonight because, first of all, it's where all my friends are. There's a great sober community within Vancouver, and this is where I would want to be. For me, it's a safe place where I can have fun, enjoy a great show, and be around people I care about.
The best part was the float. Being in the parade was so much fun tonight. It's just going to be getting back to dancing again with all my friends.
We are super excited to bring Alaska Thunder 5000 to the stage. She's from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Hi! What does intoxicated mean to you?
Well, I think it means that I'm going to be looking out into the audience, and I'm not going to see everybody looking really wasted and like throwing up on each other and spilling drinks everywhere. So it's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Girl, don't try it. You break it, then you buy it. So don't.
What do you think Michelle Visage would say about your outfit?
She would say, Alaska, listen, I get it. We're seeing the same silhouette every week. I want to see variety. You know, like me. I always show variety.
If you're not wearing nails, you're not doing drugs.
I love Vancouver. It reminds me kind of Australia. It's like America, but cleaner and like nicer. And the people are better looking.
Bye! Bye! Thanks for watching exclusive coverage of Intoxicated, Clean, Sober, and Proud on location in the heart of Pride 2015. Chris Aikenhead for Outlook TV.
Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this second August episode of Outlook TV.
I can't believe it's August already, but if you want to make us progress and volunteer with us, you can email us at volunteer@outlook.ca, like us on Facebook, and check us out on Twitter as well.
Definitely check us out. Well, okay, Skylar.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
I'm Skylar Bear.
Stay fabulous, Canada.